Alright, so before the video starts, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my full uncut reactions and the full length reactions, the link to my Patreon is in the description, and you'll also be able to see the reactions a few days or like a week early. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. But as for now, let's get straight into the reaction. Alright, so welcome back to another reaction on the channel today. We're going to be continuing the Expanse, and yeah, we're going to be going on to episode 7 of season 1. Really looking forward to this episode and to find out pretty much what is going to happen. I've got loads of stuff to discuss before going into this episode, and again, loads of theories and just loads of ideas. And yeah, I also went back on last episode, episode 6, and went through it and skimmed through it and picked up on a few really important details that I want to mention. So yeah, I'm going to quickly get into this. I do have it on my phone, so I'm going to quickly read some of the stuff out and obviously give my information. Alright, so obviously in the last episode, Miller, obviously he found that information chip in like, I think it's at the end of episode 5, I believe it was. Obviously, he went to Julie's place, and the information chip was inside of the rat, because obviously he saw at the data broker's place that he had like a similar thing where he had a rat or like a mouse or whatever, and inside of that like a mechanical rat, there was an information chip. And yeah, pretty much he took it to his boss, the lady boss, and we found out that the OPA is literally everywhere. It's so much bigger than I actually initially thought. And the actual head of the police, like the head of all the detectives, literally everything, she is in the pocket of Anderson Dawes. And yeah, Miller was saying, you're in the pocket of him. He really bought you out. And as Miller was being escorted, he's literally been fired. He literally has no clearance, no nothing. His entire job, his entire life in that regard is kind of just been stripped away just like that. And as he was being escorted, he literally saw on the police officers, like the people there, that they all have OPA tattoos. It's literally everywhere. It's widespread. I thought the OPA was quite small, but now, knowing this, the OPA is massive, and they do have a lot of power and information. And yeah, Miller was actually saying, I've got it down here, hang on. So yeah, to do with the information chip, it is to do with a bioweapon, and it actually originated from the Phoebe station. And the information in the chip, Julie actually bought it from the data broker, the same data broker that we saw dead the other episode, because obviously he also took the identity of the guy in space, but we did find him dead after like the OPA riots pretty much. And it's safe to assume that it was probably Anderson Dawes that ordered that hit and killed him. So yeah. But yeah, after Julie actually bought it from the data broker, she gave it to Anderson Dawes. And then obviously Anderson Dawes went after it with the Scopuli with Julie on. I didn't pick up on that before, but the Scopuli is the entire reason. Well, obviously I knew that, but the Scopuli is the ship that Anderson sent to go after the information, and Julie was on that ship. So now that is all connected, all the bioweapon, and yeah, we had a little monologue that from Miller that the scientists discovered something that changes the power of balance, and obviously the OPA got wind of it, sent a crew, aka the Scopuli, and the mission failed. Someone has a lot of power to pull these strings, so since the mission failed and it all went terribly, someone in a lot of power, specifically Anderson Dawes or maybe Fred Johnson, is behind this. Because obviously we have, I know her name, I did actually write down her name, Chrisjen Avasalara. I think that's how you say it, Chrisjen Avasalara. I think that's how you say it. She's actually really suspicious of Fred Johnson and the OPA, and pretty much thinks that they're behind everything. And obviously, I completely forgot to mention the thing with the chip. Obviously, in episode, I think it was, yeah, it must have been episode 4 because it was CBQ. Sorry, close. What am I talking about? Close quarter battle. What's it called? After James Holden said, like, I've seen that shit before, the Mars guy said to the woman in charge and said, you should really hear this. And after all that, this woman said to the Mars guy, make sure you get this off the ship, and pretty much handed him like the information chip. And we saw that at, I think it was last episode, it was, yeah, at the end of last episode, we saw Fred Johnson going through the Mars guy, well, his dead body, and finding that chip. So that chip is going to play such an important role, and whatever's on that chip, it contains so much information, and yeah, I feel like that contains something really, really valuable, and now it's in the hands of Fred Johnson, so that's going to be really bad, isn't it? We know what Fred Johnson is capable of, and there's even suspicion that he was the one who pretty much ordered the stealth ships to blow up the Canterbury. So yeah, if that's true, then Fred Johnson has loads of power, and he may be in cahoots with Anderson Dawes, but that hasn't actually been proved or anything. We haven't seen any communication between them two, but it's just a little theory that I have that them two are actually well known. Like they know each other like really well. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, Uncle Mateo. I did go back to that scene. So it's Uncle Mateo and Diego. No, Diego. I'm not sure because it's Diogo. So it's not Diego, but it's like Diego. I'll just call him Diego. Why not? And obviously they blew up this abandoned asteroid mine, and they was pretty much stealing all the materials to go on and sell it later. And the net that was around like the actual rock, the abandoned mine, it didn't work very well. So yeah, Diego got in a bit of shit for that because they lost like half of the actual minerals and stuff. And yeah, we then saw Mars boarding the ship and pretty much treating them like shit. The Mars people, and again Earth, like they treat everybody, including especially the Belters, just like second-class citizens. Like they're nothing pretty much. All they are to them is workers, and we can completely understand the point of view of the OPA, especially Anderson Dawes. I forgot to mention, I've got a whole thing here about that amazing scene with Anderson Dawes about his sister. Like that scene was probably the best in the episode. Like that scene was amazing. It was so emotional, and yeah, the actors in that were phenomenal. The acting was amazing. And yeah, Anderson was going through his life pretty much and how he has 3 sisters and they grew up in low gravity and it affected them. Their bones was like chalk pretty much. And yeah, he pretty much killed his own sister. I don't actually know why he killed his sister. I know watching the episode I did know, but I can't exactly remember now. But I know there was a reason behind it. He didn't just kill his sister like that, but man, that scene was emotional. I was literally hooked on that. That scene was amazing. And yeah, Anderson Dawes is becoming one of my favourite characters by far. I absolutely love his accent as well. I don't know what it is. Something about his accent, I really do like it. But yeah, Anderson's OPA beliefs and his extreme beliefs in a way, we can completely understand that. Like, he wants everyone. He wants to be equal. Like, he doesn't want to be living in these shitty environments. And we saw, I mentioned this a few times now, but the Anderson station, then people took over the station to protest for the kids' future and to pretty much tell Mars, like, our kids are dying from all these types of cancers and it's because of you. It's literally your fault. And yeah, we know what happened with that. Fred Johnson, the butcher, killing them all. What a bastard, man. But yeah, we can completely understand Anderson's, like, ideology on it. I mean, I completely understand. I'm actually on Anderson's side for that. Like, in terms of everyone being treated the same and the Belters being not second-class citizens and not just being workers and not just dying from all these diseases and stuff, I'm absolutely for that. So yeah, I feel like I'll really start to like Anderson Dawes in the upcoming episodes. But yeah, I'm on episode 7. I can't believe that. There's only 10 episodes in season 1, I believe. So yeah, I can't believe I'm already 7/10 of the way through. I've only got 3 episodes left. Obviously, there was also that scene with James Holden, and obviously he told the rest of the crew that he was the one that logged the distress call. And obviously Naomi knew that as well. So Amos now is going to be completely... Well, he doesn't know what to do, really. Like, he's completely trusted Naomi with everything and just followed her blindly in a way. And now he's found out that Naomi didn't even tell Amos and that Naomi's been keeping secrets. So yeah, that's going to completely change Amos's perspective on it. And, well, to be honest, not really, because we saw him on the roof of the ship, the... Tata, I can't remember, man. I literally forget it every single episode. I should have made a note about that, but obviously doing the Spanish name, and yeah. And yeah, they are now en route to go to... Oh, shit, I got an entire comment. Sorry, I completely forgot to mention this, but Fred Johnson wants Holden and the rest of the crew to actually go after the Scopuli, the actual ship, and retrieve the lone survivor, Lionel Polanski. So that is going to be a massive thing in the story, and we actually got information that Lionel Polanski is actually a code name, and that if we find that survivor, he's going to know everything. He's going to know the connection between Julie, Fred Johnson, the OPA, Anderson Dawes, literally everything. So if he is actually alive, and if there is actually a person, everything's going to come out. So that's going to be really interesting. And yeah, the final comment is that they're going to be crossing 3 Marshall trade zones, and the likelihood of encountering Mars patrols is extremely high. So that's going to be one hell of a ride. So it's going to be really interesting to follow our crew now and see what's going to happen. Although it's going to be extremely dangerous to cross Martian territory, especially when you're in a stolen Martian ship. So, yeah, that's going to be really, really interesting to see. But, yeah, I'm not going to ramble on. I think there's nothing else I wanted to mention. There was one little detail that I noticed going back to last episode, And that was when Naomi and James Holden was obviously sitting down and drinking and saying like, what's next for you, Naomi? There was a guy there pretty much watching, and he had like a weird like digital eye pretty much. And there was an uplink, there was a stream. He was streaming James Holden. So who's watching that? Maybe the OPA, maybe it's Anderson, maybe it's Fred Johnson. That's definitely going to be a big thing, because if they're being watched and someone is interested in James Holden, I feel like that is probably going to be Anderson Dawes to find out more about what he knows. Because I mean, to be honest, it could be anyone, because he is now famous, isn't he, James Holden? But I don't think it's just anyone. I think it's definitely either the OPA or some military power. Maybe Mars. Could be Mars. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to mention. That's pretty much cleared up all my thoughts and just give me a refresher, I guess, talking about it. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get straight into this episode. Absolutely loved the last episode and all the previous episodes. Each episode leaves on such a cliffhanger, and yeah, I even got a comment about that. Like, this show is amazing with doing stuff like that, as we've already seen, haven't we? So yeah, but yeah, I want to get straight into this episode. This is going to be the Expanse season 1, episode 7. Really excited to get straight into this, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Alright, this episode is called Windmills. Very interesting title for an episode. And damn, this metro or subway is empty.
Your daughter. She was
oh, okay. He's like apparently what he's to say to Judy's father.
Station stop, mid-down stretch.
I forgot to mention Judy's father is actually a guy from Lost, so that's gonna be really interesting to see if we're gonna get a well, an appearance from him, because we haven't seen him so far. I only heard of him.
Take me to the tracks.
Gas free. Okay, Rocinante. There we go.
Ballistic when a Belter attacked the Scipio Africanus. So now they're patrolling every shipping lane between here and Eros.
Oh, okay.
Stolen Martian frigate.
We didn't bargain for this. The only way this ship will pass for a freighter is if no one looks close enough. If anyone comes on board...
They can't check every ship. They have no reason to board us.
Diogo and Uncle Mateo.
John
just got pinged by a ranging laser. They're just giving us a little love tap. Let us know they're watching.
Well, if that love tap turns into a target lock, we need to be ready.
Yeah, that is a shame that Uncle Mateo did what he did. If he didn't do that, then there wouldn't be as much eyes on
This
them.
was an MCRN.
Hey, y'all.
Why are we broadcasting?
What are you talking about? No one's broadcasting anything.
Yeah, we are.
He's right.
What?
Could be a faulty controller.
No, it's modulated in code. Alex, do MCRN ships send out status updates when they handshake other vessels?
Maybe.
Amos, check it out.
That could be Fred Johnson's doing. You never know.
Amos.
And I couldn't think they would, but suicide bomb. That's what Uncle Mateo did, isn't it? He suicide bombed into a Mars ship because of the way they treated him, and he wanted to do something meaningful in the eyes of the OPA, terrorism. So yeah, that's kind of fucked up our crew now in a way, unless they somehow get through without any inspection or patrols. Oh, what if there's an alive Mars person on here? Imagine that. Oh shit, there is! What? Who is it? What? Who is that? Oh, I don't know if that's just gone over me. I feel like we haven't seen that character before. Nah, I don't think we know that character. I think it's just a random. Chrisjen Avasalera. I think that's his surname.
Really? I'd no idea.
Chrisjen.
Think they'll file an injunction in me?
Windmills, there we go, title of the episode. Well, there it is. But what about the Windmills? What about them means that it has a whole title dedicated to it? A whole episode title.
Never saw her out like UN Deputy Undersecretary.
Holden.
This about Jimmy?
Ah, okay. That's his mom.
Do not enter that residence. You cannot maintain your security.
God's sake. Yeah, that's funny, to be honest.
It's not like we stopped for gas or nothing.
A spy for our friend Fred Johnson.
Hey, I take offense to this.
Shut up! Why would Fred spy on us? He knows more than we do.
I am a consultant for DeVilla Aerospatial. I do special research.
Corporate espionage.
Call it whatever you want. I've been stealing codes and tech from Tycho for 2 years now.
Then why are you on our ship?
Dipped my fingers a little too deep in Fred Johnson's cookie jar. I had to get off of Tycho before his OPA leg breakers scooped me up. I got a peek of your flight plan. I saw you were headed for Eros. I hitched a ride. I got contacts there. I was just calling them. There's nothing else out here.
It's none of your damn business.
Yeah, mate, you picked the wrong ship to be on, especially considering where they're going. Yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's getting in for.
On an intercept course.
They must have picked up this arsehole's transmissions. They probably think we're smugglers, and now they're coming to check us out.
Oh shit, that guy! I swear that's
Put him
that.
in the airlock.
Look, wait a minute.
Share it is.
Just wait a minute. Wait.
him there.
Now, I don't want to get picked up by any Mickey patrol, and I know you guys don't want that either.
What do you know about us?
It's none of my business. Okay? I don't care. You think the Martians are gonna buy whatever story you're selling?
Will you shut him up, please?
No, look, you need to. Oh!
Amos will gladly do that.
You got a good right. You use it too much, but you got a good right.
Enough.
I was thinking, is that the guy we saw earlier with the weird eye, the surveillance eye, and he was streaming. There was an uplink and he was watching James Holden. I think that's the same guy. I feel like I recognise him from somewhere, and I think that's from where. That's where. What am I talking about? But I think that's from. That's where I recognise him from. I'll be careful here, Miller.
Detective Shako.
Yeah, mess with Miller again, I dare you.
Remember Mr. Miller? He used to work for us, but now he's just one of us.
Jeff, but we are getting closer, huh? I was never fighting against you, Miller. In fact, I was fighting for you.
Doesn't look like it, getting him
I
fired.
was thinking that when you were goon for tossing me in the airlock.
And that.
You were thinking about me then. He realizes what mattered to him most. He sees it clearly for the first time.
Maybe you haven't lost everything yet, huh? When you do, you'll know your way home. And it will welcome you.
That again could be foreshadowing that Miller doesn't become OPA, but I don't see Miller becoming OPA at all. Alright, so back at James Holden's parents with Chrisjen.
Thank you.
Jimmy liked to think of himself as a knight. He thought it was a funny story. I never broke it to him that it was a tragedy. I like living near the land. Doesn't make me stupid.
Was he involved?
Of course not. He would never.
Oh, no, wait, I know this one. My boy was a little angel. He never even hurt an insect. Oh, if you'd just seen what a wonderful child he was. And I thought we were done with the bullshit. I have 2 governments, and whatever the hell the OPA calls itself, on a course toward a war that your son started. Or you choose not to.
What good will any of this do? What could I possibly say to you that would make any difference?
She already
now?
thinks her son's dead, doesn't she?
Makes sense to me. Why did he leave your little paradise here?
Because he's alive, that's why.
Jimmy's alive.
Sorry, but how does she know this? I don't understand, because supposedly he died in Canterbury as well, right? Or the Donegal or whatever. That's what the information they'd have, right? So I don't see how...
Tell you what, as soon as we hit dock, I'm gonna be pulling this entire system.
Your data's corrupted, Rocinante. Please reset it.
Here you go.
Come on, this better work.
Rocinante, you have been flagged for inspection per MCR Trade Regulation A066. Do not deviate from your present course. If you do, you will be fired upon.
Oh god, that's not good, is it? What's gonna happen now?
You think I won't space you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you will. Won't change anything, though.
It'll make me feel better. You're a loose end. It's nothing personal.
Just like that, huh?
Like water's wet, the sky's up.
Must be nice. Have life all figured out like that? I can help us survive. So you tell your captain.
You're not our captain.
You tell who's ever in charge that I have valuable information. And Christ, I've had to pee for like 2 hours now.
I really want to hear what this guy has to say about the information. It is the guy! It is the guy with the eye! The spy! Oh no, this isn't good. Oh no. Shit. I was right, it is the guy with the eye. That is not good news though. Who's he working for? It's clearly not Mars, or is it? Because he said he's encountered the Mars people before. I don't know, but that's got really interesting now, considering there's the uplink as well. The same bird from like episode 1 or 2.
Anubis 1A is still here on Eros racking up dock fees. Kinda interested to know what's in it for you, amigo. Hey, listen, I gotta go. But watch your shoe.
Oh, okay, so... yeah, he obviously did that ages ago. I completely forgot about that. I don't really understand what that means, so I pretty much forgot about that. But that is interesting. It never actually left.
The property line is that way.
I would tell you if I could.
You will now leave.
First step in a career of public service, like mine and my father's. So he did.
Yeah, and he
what
died,
was
didn't he?
That's why he was in Callisto during the insurrection. That took his life. I've been wanting for someone to come around and tell me that it was all a terrible mistake. That my son is still alive.
Yeah. But now, James' mom is gonna understand that. Shit, what is gonna happen here with Mars? Like, they're literally gonna be boarding the ship, and this guy's like sabotaging it, so what is gonna go? What is gonna happen? This guy is fucking weird, I know. Yeah, he's fucked, hasn't he? Jesus Christ. Oh no. I think Amos is taking a liking to this guy, to be honest, but thing is, he's not who he seems he is,
You have
so...
something useful to...
But it's not gonna fool that skiff once they get on board and see all this.
That wasn't useful, that's bloody obvious.
This is a game. This is a game of pretend. And you guys are pretending to be the wrong thing. The Mickeys have been known to disguise their attack ships when they're doing covert ops. They use a special set of codes that tell other Martian ships that they are out there, they are doing the nasty and to get lost. Good spy.
Okay. And we know that, mate. You got an
I don't wanna
eye.
mess with the Mickeys
A
any
spy
more than
eye.
you guys do.
Donkey balls.
Did you just say donkey balls?
Back when I was flying transport for the
Please just say that's the code name.
We ran across this unflagged tanker acting kind of suspect in a pirate zone, so we prepared to engage. But when my captain hailed them, they just jabbered on and on, ending with the phrase, donkey balls.
What?
And?
Listen,
That's
the
you guys
UN's
give
one.
that skiff the proper set of codes, and they have.
Oh, wait, never mind. He worked for
to
Mars, didn't he? I
back
completely
off.
forgot about that. Yeah, so
All they
he's
know
telling
it's
the
a training
truth.
exercise to weed out the cowboys. Everything you need should be in your code book.
He's right. It should be in an operations locker somewhere on this deck, somewhere right here.
You gotta find it.
All right, sweetheart. Show me where the operations locker is.
Seriously? You've literally been on top of it the entire time. Well, there you go. Yeah, but what's in it for this guy, this spy? Because he's not just helping him for no reason. He is there to sabotage or to spy, maybe for Chrisjen or something. I don't know.
From what person?
Is he going to activate his eye now? Oh, man. 24-digit security code. Are you serious?
Donkey balls.
Yeah, donkey balls indeed. Don't know how you're going to be guessing that, mate. Maybe that chip that the Mars people had, maybe that would have solved it, but you don't have it now, do you? Mr. Fred Johnson has it, the butcher. Emphasis on Miller's hat again.
Abby?
What that means. Yeah, she's gonna be confused on what the hell has happened.
Goodbye? The creepy message?
Yeah, I mean, he can't really tell her because then she'd be fired as well, so...
Thought I might find your brains.
She offer him? That'd be cool, to be honest, Miller and her, but I don't think Miller was gonna accept that.
You were alone in that airlock.
What's her name? I'm gonna turn on the X-ray. Octavia. Okay, Octavia, there we go. At least I know her name now. Yeah, Miller, you gotta find out everything about that ship. I'm probably gonna have to go back a few episodes ago and figure out what he said and what he asked, because it was when he was looking at all the flight paths, wasn't it? And he messaged that guy, that contact, I'm pretty sure.
He stood at the gates to greet whatever goons the government sent to harass us. No offense.
None taken.
Yeah.
I get a lovely message from him every month. Or two. From some ship or other deep out in the system.
Maybe this guy knows the code if he's such a spy and has that eye that can literally read anything.
Guys,
like,
this is taking way too long.
It's composite titanium. If we started an hour.
Who said it? You could talk.
I didn't be.
To get down to that airlock and make sure nobody boards us.
yeah,
Alex,
plan
hold on
B
as long as
is
you
not
can.
a plan you want to be doing,
That's those damn codes.
but last resort, I guess, Amos.
Because they are the enemy right now. And we're the fugitives. And as far as they're concerned, we're the ones who blew up the Donager.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
They're
not
sinister
spending the rest
terrorists.
of my days in a Martian gulag. A guy with big ideas wanting to take on the bad guys. As long as it doesn't cost him anything.
What the hell are you babbling about?
I'm talking about that clown upstairs that as soon as you cut loose will sell us to the highest bidder. I'm talking about the
Definitely.
Mickeys coming through that airlock to take us down. You logged the distress call, Holden.
He was right to be afraid of you.
Amos is right in some aspect. That guy's definitely going to set him out there. He's a spy. He's actually admitted to them that he's a spy, and we've seen he has that eye that's pretty much uplinking the stream. And but yeah, Amos is right. It's a two-man ship, so we can easily take him out. As we saw with Uncle Mateo and Diego, that there was a two-man team, and that was it. So if Amos kills the two-man team, then they should be alright. Unless they're getting to here first and say donkey balls. Okay.
Roger that. Hey there, fellas. Welcome to the neighborhood. See you're extending out your docking tube, though there might be a little problem with the link-up.
Yeah, Alex, just talk out your ass,
We are
mate.
not
Come on.
those guys. We're not the ass.
I'm with Amos on this. If he...
I will take you down.
Oh,
before I
no.
take them down.
You got a clean shot, back of the head. Take it if you need it.
All right, there, boys, get ready to dance.
Come on, guys. We don't have time for this. Just fucking...
Release your outer airlock
Stop,
door,
man.
or we will
James, you better not do that. I swear to God.
Boys, just a couple of
Amos is right. Amos is literally right. If they come through, you have to kill him. That's the only way.
We gotta let them in now.
Especially if they come through.
I've got it.
What? You got it?
I've got
Wait,
it.
what?
It's this one.
Rocinante, this is your final.
Come on. Do it quick. Do it quick.
Sorry to be such a pain, boys, but our power problems, they've been so,
Oh, come on.
ubiquitous and mendacious and polyglottal.
This better
Couple of
work.
donkey balls.
This better work. Come on. Please. Come on, Alex. Please.
Received and understood, Rocinante.
Oh, shit.
Check that when you hit port.
Oh, let's go, Alex, man.
You got it.
Fucking
fellas,
legend.
And, hey.
Oh, my God. That was awesome. Alex came in clutch there. It actually worked, and he just added... He had to add the donkey boys, didn't he? Jesus Christ, that is awesome.
That worked out.
Well done, y'all.
Amy's just so calm in these situations, it's insane compared to, like,
You see,
James.
it wasn't so. I think our boy James Holden may have mommy issues, problems with authority, and guilt for not saving the world. But I don't see a terrorist mastermind. We'll have the asset back him and bring him home for a long chat.
Your corporate spy's been compromised. He's
missed his last two
comm windows.
His final report said that Holden was heading for Eros in a converted MCRN gunship with fake transponder code supplied by Fred Johnson. So your analysis of his character notwithstanding, I've activated a Black Ops team, taking Holden off the board.
Taking him off the board? for a series of circumstances we don't even understand.
We're beyond circumstantial here, Chrisjen, and we can't afford to wait for the next disaster in Holden's wake.
Alright, so that corporate spy, the one we saw, spying on James and who's on the Rotiat, can't say their name, but the corporate spy that's on the ship as well with James Holden, James, Amos, and Naomi. He actually works at the UN and yeah, works for Chrisjen. So we got that clarified now. But he's been compromised. Well, I guess because he's been strapped in a chair, right? That's probably why.
No more patrol.
Shit, man.
Eros station.
What's really interesting as well, these people are going to Eros. I think that's what it's called.
Charted belt asteroid. Bravo. Alpha 834024112.
Yeah, that does not seem very...
One with some answers on it. Yep.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I was saying, the same place they're going to, Miller's actually going to as well.
We hit.
Getting the show on the road?
Yeah, Amos is a... loose cannon, more like.
Get him under control. You're the only one who can.
Damn, that was a fast
Look,
zip
I know
up.
we got off to kind of a rocky start.
Ah, it's so stupid.
Came through it okay?
Sure, mate, you're a
Good,
corporate
that means
spy.
something.
You'll say anything right now.
You're involved in. I'm just a guy trying
Oh,
to do my
shut
job
up.
like you and your people.
You're literally spying for Chrisjen,
I
mate.
have
What are you
family
talking about?
out there too. If you can look at yourself in the mirror.
Bullshitting. Sure about that. Did James not see that? Because when he does that, it goes up in his eyes. So how did he not see that? And yeah, as we can see, he's kind of trapped now in I think it's called a Faraday something, but he's trapped in that way. He can't contact any networks now, so he can't actually say anything to Chrisjen, which is coming in extremely useful for our crew. And soon they have a cooperative spy on board, and all their information is getting relayed.
We will be cruising at a comfortable 1/3 G, so feel free to move about the compartments.
Where are you, Miller, pal? That's him there, isn't it? I thought that was some over there, but no, that's him. So yeah, Miller is also going to Eros, the same place that I presume the Tatinati is going to as well. Because Chrisjen said when Holden gets to Eros, he's done. So what does that mean? He's dead? Are they going to kill him? Or are they going to take him prisoner? Oh god, of course. Man, these episodes go so fast, it's ridiculous. Alright, so yeah, that's my reaction to The Expanse, Season 1, Episode 7. Titled Windmills, I believe it was. But yeah, again, that was a really, really good episode. Not as good as the previous ones, but still a really solid episode. And yeah, I feel like this episode focused more on the world building. And of course, we still have the amazing pacing and tension with the Tatinate. Can't say that name, but that ship pretty much going into the Martian territory. And the Alex literally saving everyone. That was amazing. I love that scene. Him reading out the 3 code names to pretty much say that they're kind of like a Black Ops Mars ship, when obviously they're not. And he couldn't help himself, and he said donkey balls at the end. That was just such a great scene. Probably my favourite in that episode. So, alright, so yeah, first off, we had Chrisjen pretty much going to see James Holden's mom. And yeah, obviously she went there, and there's pretty funny dialogue between her and the United Nations military ship. But yeah, she went over there, and obviously she talked to his mum for a while, and she came out of it thinking that, yeah, James Holden might have some mum issues, but he's definitely not a terrorist. So yeah, Chrisjen knows that obviously he's not some OPA mastermind or some terrorist like that. But unfortunately, the second in command, the other UN guy, due to the corporate spy on board the Rosnate, they pretty much know now that James Holden and his crew are on a Martian gunship, which is pretty much undercover. And so yeah, that is not going to look good at all, obviously. But yeah, and the UN guy has said now that once James Holden gets to Eros, that's it, no more. So either that means he's going to be killed or he's going to be captured and tortured. Obviously getting all the information out. But yeah, I was actually right in assuming that, because I saw the guy, I looked at him and I was thinking, that looks really similar to the guy we saw in the previous episodes, pretty much spying on James Holden. Like, we could see him watching Naomi and James, and I was thinking to myself, is that the same guy that has that weird, like, robotic eye kind of? And obviously he was live streaming, like, he had an uplink to the United Nations, and obviously Chrisjen and the other UN guy. So yeah, he's relayed all this information about what James is doing, like Amos, Naomi, all these people, and what they're pretty much doing going into Martian territory. I don't think the spy actually knows what they're doing or where they're properly going, but he does have a rough idea that they're doing something serious, which they're definitely not supposed to be doing. But yeah, it's also interesting as well because Miller is actually going to Eros as well. He got a information back from the guy he pretty much asked for information like a few episodes ago, and yeah, he's got it back now, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what it was about because I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna have to go back to the previous episodes and find out, or someone could just leave me a comment. But yeah, the guy said that the ship at Eros never actually left. It was actually another ship, so that's really interesting, and I hope we figure that out more when Miller actually gets to Eros. But yeah, I'm not sure if James Holden and obviously the Tatinati is actually going to Eros. I'm pretty sure. Well, obviously they're going to the Scopuli, right? To obviously get this. I do have his name actually. I'm gonna check my notes. 1 second. 1 second. I might cut this out. His name is Lionel Polanski. Okay, that's the guy's name. So obviously the Tatinati is en route to Lionel Polanski. Obviously he is a survivor of the Scopuli, it's presumed, and obviously Fred Johnson has sent them over there. So I don't know if James Holden is even going to get to Eros. Like, where even is Eros? Because the UN guy was saying once he gets there, he's done. But is he even going to get there in the first place? So what's that all about? But yeah, I'm not quite sure if there's anything else I actually want to add. Because this episode wasn't too crazy. Like, there wasn't loads of stuff going on. Obviously, there was extremely interesting things going on with the spy and obviously the Mars patrol trying to board the ship, and Alex coming in clutch. But apart from that, it was a pretty tame episode. So I don't really think there's anything else I really need to add. But yeah, obviously now it's really interesting as Miller is going to be going to Eros. And if the Tatinati and our crew do go to Eros as well, they're definitely going to meet, and the storylines are just going to completely submerge together, and yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think I'm going to keep this outro too long because the past ones have been really long, obviously as I've been getting out all my theories and all my discussions. But yeah, I'm going to keep this outro relatively short, and yeah, end it here. This was again a really good episode, really enjoyed watching it, and yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone for all the support on my reactions have been insane. I truly appreciate that. But yeah, that was my reaction to The Expanse Season 1 Episode 7. I really hope you enjoyed my reaction, and as always, cheers for watching.